I didn't understand why love never arrived on my schedule until I let go. For a long time, I didn't know there was a name for what I was doing. I thought I was being patient, but the truth is, I was chasing someone who had already stopped choosing me. I used to think love was like a delivery. Order it, track it, wait for it to arrive. But some packages never come, and some come broken. The morning after his call, the sun crawled across my floorboards like an intruder. I woke up in my apartment in Surulere with my heart hammering against my ribs. That shallow, jagged rhythm of a woman who is about to lose her shadow. The air felt thick, like a room where a coal pot had been left burning too long. It was the smell of something beautiful turning into ash. Even the walls felt like they were holding their breath, waiting to see what I'd do next. I sat there, the phone heavy in my hand. One text, one "babe, come over," would end this cold silence, but I looked at my reflection in the darkened screen and saw a cracked mirror, still standing but fractured in too many tiny places. I didn't recognize the woman staring back. She looked tired, not just sleepy tired, but soul tired, the kind of tired that no nap could fix. There was one night that finally showed me how far I had gone to keep something that wasn't reaching back for me. My mind drifted back to 3 years ago, the night of the rain. I remember standing on Namdi's porch, my clothes soaked through, my hair plastered to my face. I had driven 40 minutes in Lagos traffic, dodging Okadas and wading through floods, just because he hadn't answered my calls for 2 days. I remember gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white, whispering, "Please let him be home. Please let him care." I loved him, but I was erasing myself to find him. I was becoming a shadow of myself in my own story. I was chasing a shadow. I remember the way he finally opened the door. He didn't offer a towel. He didn't even step back to let me in. He just stood there, looking at me with a pity that burned worse than acid. That look told me everything. I was the only one still pretending we were us.
"Chinelo, why are you here?"
he had asked. His voice was flat, like a dead battery. And instead of walking away with my dignity, I had apologized. I apologized for being worried. I apologized for needing him. I apologized for existing. My breath was shaking. But he was calm like a harmattan morning, cold, dry, and making my skin itch with the need for warmth he refused to give. I should have turned around, but I stood there, dripping and invisible. That was the day I realized I was breaking myself while trying to keep what was already gone. There is a proverb my grandmother used to whisper while she pounded yam. You cannot use a basket to fetch water, no matter how fast you run to the stream. I was running until my lungs burned, but I was coming back empty. By the time that memory faded, something in me had already shifted. I hadn't healed yet, but I knew I couldn't keep chasing what kept disappearing. Back in the present, the memory felt like a slow, sharp breath I couldn't release. It was a swallowed scream. I sat on the edge of my bed, arms wrapped around my knees like a child trying to hold herself together. The phone vibrated again. It was him. I answered.
"I'm outside.
Namdi said. His voice was like a warm blanket, the kind that makes you forget the frostbite underneath.
"I'm at our old spot, the suya joint by the corner. I just want to see your face. I want to go back to how it was."
I felt the quiet heaviness in my chest, the kind that sits like trapped rain before a storm. I looked at the empty chair in my kitchen. The chair I used to pray he would sit in while I cooked jollof rice he'd barely eat. That chair had become a monument to hope, and now it was just furniture. "We can't go back," I whispered. My fingers were tracing the scars on my palm, memories that no longer answered back.
Why not?
He asked, his tone shifting to that familiar irritation.
I'm here now. Isn't this what you wanted? You spent years chasing me for this. You were the one who wouldn't let me breathe, and now I'm giving you air.
I almost laughed. Air! I had learned to breathe underwater. The truth hit me, and it felt like a soft collapse. It hit me deeper than any argument we ever had in the back of a yellow bus. "I loved you," I said, my voice finally steadying. "I loved you until I was a shadow. I changed, because I had to change to survive your silence. He loved me, but he was tired. And now I'm tired too." I remembered the taste of salt and copper, the blood from biting my lip to keep from screaming when I saw him post photos at a party while telling me he was busy. I remember deleting the photo, then re-downloading it, zooming in, looking for clues, torturing myself with evidence. Then I said the words that closed the door forever. The words that were bloody because they cut through the last of our shared history. "Namdi, I finally found the person I was looking for while I was chasing you, and she told me she doesn't know who you are anymore." There was a silence on the other end that felt colder than a morgue. It hit him, and it hit me, that the girl who would stand in the rain for him had finally drowned, and in her place stood a woman who had learned to dry herself off. And suddenly, I understood what losing feels like. It feels like freedom. This story isn't just about one man or one relationship. It's about what happens when a woman keeps shrinking herself to keep love alive, and what changes when she finally stops. The lessons for favourite singles. This is an echo chamber for you. The hardest part of not chasing isn't the beginning, it's the middle. It's when you're lonely and the toxic familiar comes knocking. When your phone lights up and your heart skips, not because you want him back, but because you forgot how to be alone. Always remember that a text message is not a transformation. Don't mistake his boredom for a breakthrough. You are not a rehab center for broken men. You are a whole person now. Don't go back to being a fragment of someone else's past. For my married sisters, this is a reset button. If you're already in the marriage, then fight. But fight with wisdom, not just emotion. Don't just pray for him to change. Become the kind of woman who inspires change. Speak life, not just complaints. Build, don't just endure. But also know this, you can't carry the whole house on your back. Marriage is not a solo project. If you're doing your best, adjusting, growing, forgiving, then trust that your effort is not in vain. Sometimes the shift begins when one person decides to love better, not just harder. For dear parents, know that you are the mirror in the room. Your children are watching how you handle love, not just the sweet parts, but the silent parts. They're learning from how you respond to being ignored, how you recover from being hurt, how you speak when you're disappointed. Teach them that love is not about chasing someone who keeps walking away. Teach them that it's okay to care deeply, but not at the cost of their dignity. Let them see you try, forgive, grow, and fight for your home. But also let them see you set boundaries, speak truth, and protect your peace. Because one day, your daughter might stand in the rain like Chinelo did. And what she remembers from watching you will shape whether she waits on the porch or walks back to her car with her head held high. For the husbands, a man who only realizes a woman's worth after she's gone hasn't learned to love. He's just afraid of being alone. If you want her heart again, don't come back with flowers. Come back with fruit. Show her growth. Show her change. Show her that you're not just sorry, you're different. I didn't text him back. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and lay down in the center of my bed. The silence was still there, but it didn't feel like a punishment anymore. It felt like a sanctuary, like peace finally had a place to sit. Once you understand that you are already whole, you stop begging to be chosen. You stop performing for crumbs. You stop bleeding for people who wouldn't even offer you a bandage. I let the love of us die so that the love of me could live. And that was the night the real healing began. Sometimes love doesn't show up as another person. Sometimes it shows up as peace, clarity, and the courage to stop chasing what hurts you. Sis, if this story touched something deep in you, don't just scroll. Let's talk. Drop a comment below. Share your truth. You never know who needs your voice, and if you believe another sister needs to hear this, send it to her. Share it in your group chat. Post it on your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. This isn't just content, it's community.